exercise 15-3 is in millimeters, so what I want to do for this one is to go to the ACAD ISO 3D.dwt, and I want to draw this one from the right side, so I'm just going to type UCS right, and that's going to set me up to draw in that orientation. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the polyline command, and I'm going to go ahead and start my object. I know that this segment goes across 20. I do want to make sure that I'm lined up properly before I type the 20. Let me zoom in so that you all can see the line segments as I draw them. From that 20, this is going to go up 7, out 10, up 8, and then it's going to go back in 8, up 15, across 18, and then it's back down 15, out 10, actually it looks like it's going to be a little bit larger than 10, so rather than trying to do the math in my head, let me go ahead and go back to the beginning where I have the numbers to do this. So this is going to be up 7, and then from here it goes out 10, up 8, and then closes off. Now since I used more than one command to create this, I need to use the region command and select all the objects so that I have a region. Then I can use the extrude command, and I will extrude this thing out a total distance of 50. Now what I have left is this cut that goes across the top, and I'm going to use dynamic UCS so that I can place this quickly. I'm going to go to the rectangle command, and now I'm going to come and hover over this point right here. By hovering over this face, it sets the UCS up on this face, and then I'm going to come up to this edge, and I'm going to track off of that a total distance of 5. Now I can see that it's wanting to draw my rectangle this way, but I need to be careful when I draw this rectangle. I just want to make sure that I've got my X and my Y correct. I can rotate it, move it, do whatever I need to do with it after I get it created, but I want to just make sure that I get the correct dimensions. So I know that this is going to be 8 for my 8 is going to be my, if I look at my cursor, this is the hard part because you can't use the UCS that we've been using, which is down here. You've got to compare that to the cursor, because the cursor is going to dictate how your UCS is, and when you look at the cursor you see some longer lengths on some of the sides for the X and the Y. Those longer lengths that you see are the positive direction. So my X is going to be going down. So 8, comma, and now my Y is going to be going to the right a total of 40. So there you can see my cursor is now back to the same way that the cursor is matched up with the UCS perfectly, but because I used dynamic UCS on this face, I had to look at my cursor to determine how the actual axes were going. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press pull that straight through the object, and it doesn't matter if you go further than the object, it's going to automatically cut it because it was drawn on this face. Now I can left click that rectangle and delete it, and that is the exercise 15-3 completed.